Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. This is the day 2 of Beginners Yoga. My name is Natanya Kim, and I'm so excited that you're here with me today. I'm starting here in Child's Pose, and I'm using a pillow underneath and between my legs. It feels comfortable this way. If you have a bigger pillow, you can also use that. If you're used to yoga, you can do a bolster, or you can bring the pillow between your feet and your glutes if you would like. If you have any knee issues or problems in your calves, and just we call this grounding and stay focused in your breath and just noticing how the body feels. Okay, so what I'm doing now is putting my pillow there between what I told you before. You can try that too. As long as your head is heavy on the mat, this is the most important in child's pose. It's not if your sit bones are touching your heels, but if it's your head and neck is comfortable. You can also just use a pillow underneath your head if you want. And just notice how the body, how the breath is moving into the body. How you can find more energy when you deeply breathe. Now coming towards a tabletop. This is a tabletop, knees and hips, shoulders and wrists, tucking your toes under. And then maybe looking towards your back foot, rounding the back, squeezing the sides, shoulder into hip, rounding the back again, deep exhale, and then looking to the other side. Rounding the back on the exhale. And then we're doing the opposite. We're opening the heart, sending the heart forward, sending the chin forward, and then squeezing, letting some energy move through your back. Downward dog now. Please bend your knees a lot so you can soften your low back, bringing the chest towards the legs. And then I'm also trying to do some movement with my head. If it feels good for you, you can try that too. And then undulating your spine to the front until your knees come back to the floor. Look over to your left hip bone, and then round your back and looking towards the right hip bone. And then back, rounding the back. Take a deep breath in and open the heart, dropping the belly, lifting your tailbone, sending your chin forward. And then send your sit bones back again to a downward dog, planting the palms down to the floor. Open and spread the shoulders. And then drop your knees again back down. Forearms on the mat. Walk your arms until you can relax completely your chest down to the floor. This I call puppy dog. It's a great release for the low back. And it's a great opening for the shoulders too. Even if your nose is being smashed on the floor, it's also okay. You can also bring just a pillow underneath you. Taking your hands back to a tabletop. And then this is pigeon. Maybe I'm introducing to your first pigeon pose. You slide your knee forward, and this is totally up to your body. Okay? How your constitution, how your bones work, how your flexibility. So that right knee is in the front, and that right foot is in. And then gently I'm stepping out and lifting slowly my right leg up to the sky. And then I'm sending that knee all the way to the front again for that same pigeon, creating some movement here. As you press your hands down, open the chest, maybe swing your hips side to side, see how it feels. Make sure your sit bone is not touching the floor. I'm bringing again my right leg all the way up and sending that knee forward, letting all the muscles of my legs relax if you can here. If this is too much, have a block or a pillow underneath your right sit bone so it kind of lifts you. If your first day in this pigeon pose, it might not feel the best. But I'm introducing to this pigeon, so it's a great stretch for the hips. Drop your right sit bone down and swing your left leg to the front. If you can hold into your feet, you can hold underneath your knee or maybe in your ankle today, and just try to stretch. And then finding an easy twist, right hand wraps around that left outside leg as you move your chest to the left, separating the shoulders. Look over that other shoulder, coming down to the floor, and reach the right arm up as you press your right foot down. The left outer foot is on the mat. Whoop, I fell down. Lift, and then exhale. Find your way down to your forearms in a low plank. Drop your whole chest and your sit bones, hip bones. And then take a breath here. Open the collarbones towards that sphinx, tucking your toes. Exhale, reach back. Downward dog. Deep breath in. And then let's start with the other knee. That left knee goes to the front, and find your own variation, your own looking pigeon. Please, if you don't want to create any movement here, you can just stay here and focus on propping yourself with pillows underneath you. Or if you want to follow me, you just lift that left leg up and then bring your knee again to the front between your hands. Maybe swing your hips side to side, see how it feels. Take another breath in and lift the same leg up to the sky. And then bring it forward again. Surrender the muscles in your legs. If it feels good for you to drop your forearms on the mat, or maybe just having something higher to drop your arms. And then left sit bone goes down, the right leg swings forward. You can either grab your knee behind your knee or your ankle. If you can find your foot just for a nice little stretch, maybe bend and straight. And then the left arm hugs, or the hand hugs that outer right leg as you twist to the right. Keep the crown of your head facing the sky. And then come back down. Let's see if I'm gonna fall in this time. Lift your hips off the floor. Press that back foot down. Finding strength in your core, and then come back down to the mat with your belly, to your legs. Finding a sphinx as you try to slide yourself forward with your chest. The top of your head is facing the sky. Take another breath in, maybe a little squeeze in the low back. Check in. And then slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest, use your core. Tuck your toes. A gentle stretch to your child's pose here. Surrender your head down. Keep your hands glued to the floor or to your mats, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Keep lifting your butt up to the sky. See how it feels in your knees and your legs and your back. And then step your right foot between your hands. Please use your other hand to guide you here. And then bring both hands on top of that right thigh. And then maybe today you can let it go of your hips. And then reach the right hand, trying to find the floor as you bend to the right. I know you cannot see my arms here, but I'm trying to reach to the right. And then bring your hands back down. Straighten your leg, your right leg. Pointing and flexing your feet, and then bending again. Reach the arms both up to the sky. Your right hand grabs the left wrist and you bend to the right. Bring the hands down and then try to straighten the front leg. Doesn't matter how rounded your back is. And then reach the arms again. Right hand grabs the left wrist and you bend to the right. Take a deep breath out. Inhale. Interlace your fingers behind you and lift your chest up, looking up. Keep opening that chest. Hands back down to the floor. Bring your knee back to meet the other one. And lift your sit bones up. Take a gentle breath in and out. Maybe bend your knees. And then we're going to step the left foot between the thumbs. Start with acknowledging how heavy your hips can be. Left hand is dropped with gravity on the floor as the right arm goes towards you and up. Alright, now this time the left hand is grabbing the right wrist and you're bending to that left side. Exhale, hands down to the floor, straighten the front leg. Take a deep breath in, bending that front knee. This is the knee that I have a little issue, so it's hard for me to bend. We're going to bend to the left again. Inhale back to center. Hands back down. Try to straighten that left leg as much as your body can. Not towards pain, but towards stretch. And then let's bend again to that left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release the hands back down. Slide your left knee back. And then take a deep breath in and out and send your sit bones back to a downward dog. Paddle your heels if it feels good. Nice gentle breath. Keep bringing your chest towards your legs and then finding your plank. Release your legs, gently coming down to the floor. Take your hands and make a pillow for your forehead. If you need movement for your hips, you can send your glutes side to side. And then we're going to do again. If you did the beginner day 1, we did a little shavasana on the floor with our bellies down. And I found this really helpful to remind you to breathe deeply and to remind you that you have that front body, but the back body needs to breathe. That back body needs to open. That back body needs to just soften and let go. Make the front of your body heavy right now and the back body. And then stay here for as long as you want. Acknowledging all the energy that you created in your own soul and your own body. All the opening that you did in just 12 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope to see you in day 3.